Good morning, everybody. It's Lynn at Cheese and Yogurt Making. And as we continue our journey of meeting with cheesemakers from around England, today I'm joined with Steve and Christine from the Northampton Cheese Company. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How are you all doing today over there?
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Warm but fine.
Yes, there's this heat wave continue. Yes, this is how it goes now in the summer down here, doesn't it? These temperatures are not what we're used to, but getting used to. So obviously, you know, I've seen your website and your social media pages, and so can you just explain, because we've got Friars Farm and the Northampton Cheese Company, so how did it begin? Which came first?
Well, Friars Farm was the first one, which has been going for about 9-10 years, which are chutneys, preserved sauces, things like that. And then off the back of obviously Christine retiring and a couple of other things, we started up the Northampton Cheese Company and the Northampton Charcuterie Company as well. So in where we are in our small little unit based in the back of a very old brewery, not only do we make the chutneys and the sauces and the preserves, but we also make the cheese and salamis and cured meats as well.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it was a farm first. And how long ago was that?
Yeah, I mean, that was a small holding we had up until COVID. You know, we had some goats and about 30 rare breed sheep and some pigs. But unfortunately, when COVID hit, being just a small holding, we struggled to buy animal feed because they would only sell them to the big producers. So we've had to then whittle them down to about 3 sheep, which are our pet sheep. And that's what that is now.
Okay.
We actually met Steve when we were doing farmers markets, because I was farm born and bred, but I had a career of teaching and then retired to look after my mother with Alzheimer's, and we were living on the farm, and we decided to get some goats and start milking and making cheese. So Steve met us as we were selling goat's cheese. And when we decided we'd got grandchildren and wanted more time to spend with them, Steve was interested in buying the cheese making equipment and information, and taking me on board to help him set up.
Oh, okay. Wow. So they're not much, you're sort of like still on board. There's not that much time. You're kind of between grandchildren, half retiring, but still probably just as busy as you ever were.
Yeah, probably more. I mean, you're certainly busy all the time, aren't you?
Yeah.
With 3 businesses, he's
Wow.
doesn't know where he sometimes is.
Yeah. The odd moment.
Yeah. But no. So and Steve was anxious to keep the names of the cheese we'd got going, because we'd named them after the boot and shoe industry, which is a feature of Northamptonshire.
Yes.
And so he continued the names, but obviously they were no longer goat's milk cheese, but cow's milk cheese.
Oh, that's right. So you started with the goat's milk cheese.
Yeah.
And then how did it progress to what came next after that particular cheese? What came
you retiring?
Yes.
You're supposed to be retiring.
Yes, supposed to be retiring. And so we've got all our stuff up for sale, and Steve came along and said wanted and had a look and decided he would like to buy, because we used to make the cheese in an Ethel Williams horse box which had been converted. And so there was everything in there, a vat, press, the lot. So Steve bought the trailer off us, and then everything from there came into the building here, which he was doing, and set up a cheese making room and a cheese store, didn't you? So and so yes, I mean, I wrote the recipes and adapted them for the cow's milk.
Okay. And
the first cheese was sold about autumn of 2022, wasn't it? Was it? Oh yeah. 21, autumn 21. We got the first sets, so that we got it ready for Christmas. So
Right.
that was
Yeah.
the aim.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And you now do
so
quite a few ranges. I mean, you know, you have a
yes,
good range there, don't you?
yes, yes.
I think it is as well, without doing too many.
Right.
So we've got the six main ones,
Yeah.
and we're sort of playing with the sort of brie style, but we don't want it like a brie. We want it in a style of a brie, but obviously that's taking some tweaking,
Yeah.
and until we're all happy with it, because like with this being in a very old building, the
Mm.
humidity changes throughout the year,
Yeah. Of course.
so we have to adapt what we're doing to work inside with that.
Yeah.
and somebody called Mark, who's got a company, he goes around and sells cheese at farmers markets. He buys from other independent sellers. Asked if he could learn how to make it.
Okay.
So he came, and I've taught him to make cheese, and he now comes in on a regular basis to make cheese.
Ah,
Um,
great.
and take some of Steve's cheese to sell at the markets he's at.
So
Um,
that completely works, doesn't it? Both
Yeah.
ways.
yes,
I mean,
yes,
it's lovely range, and I see soft cheese, there's semi-hard, there's just get shouts out some of these wonderful names that I love it. We've got hobnail, a tongue taster, the Beckett's Brie. That one of the first
Yeah.
ones you started with?
Yeah, we've changed it just to Beckett's now. We've took the word brie out of
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
It's like a brie, but it's not.
it's one
Right.
that Mark's developed
Yeah,
actually, because
Okay.
he wanted to try it, but we haven't really got the room and the facilities to make it in the traditional way. So
Mm.
he's been adapting the make and produced this cheese, which is very popular, and
Right.
start and that's and because Beckett's is a name again from Northampton. There's a
Yeah.
park called Beckett Park. That's why.
Okay.
just across the road from
Yes,
here.
yes,
Brilliant.
And its original name was Cow Pastures.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. I mean, half the fun is coming up with these names, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the fun
yes,
bit. I
yeah,
mean, and they're all, as you say, attributed to your local area, and you know, something you
yeah.
should be proud of and that you've produced. And
So the Phipps Firkin
yeah.
is obviously made with ale, and literally behind us in this wall is the Phipps's brewery.
Wow.
The person from Phipps came to us when we were still doing the goat's milk and asked
Yeah.
if it was possible to do a cheese with their ale, and
Oh,
so
fantastic.
I stepped to and did the recipe, and now we've moved on to using it here.
Yeah.
And actually, the Phipps Firkin was a gold winner at the Melton
Wow.
Artisan Cheese
Yeah.
Awards, and it was runner up in its class. So
Wow. That's
yes, so
amazing.
yes,
Absolutely. You should, that's absolutely amazing. Considering they're relatively new cheeses, you know, you're
Yeah.
only talking the last
yes,
couple of years, really, aren't you? This is
Yeah.
all
yes,
quite
yes.
new, and you know how long it takes to get things off the ground. But I mean,
Absolutely.
this is wow. And to win an award, I mean, that you must be, that really gives you such a boost, doesn't it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm myself is actually quite surprised with how well. I mean, the hobnail that got a silver at the farm shop deli show at the NEC, and they've won quite a few local awards as well.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, for us, the ones that get picked out by the cheese connoisseurs are the ones that count.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the moment, we can't make enough to meet
I
demand.
was gonna say, how much do you guys make? I mean, how much cheese are you? I mean, it's hard to say, but I mean, a lot.
So
I
we
guess.
will make, normally we make on a Wednesday today, but there was a problem with one of the machines at the farm, so we're not making cheese today. So we'll make sort of once or twice a week,
Yeah.
depending on the time of the year, and each batch will make around 30 kilos of cheese.
Okay. Wow. That's
So quite small.
So yeah, but
that,
we've got the, I mean, we've got the ability to be able to grow with that if required.
Okay.
And that was a whole thing of setting it up that, okay, it's still, and I think there's still, people like the fact that it is small batch, it's not mass produced.
Yeah.
I think that is the uniqueness about it, is that we don't really want to scale up each make, because we feel with small make, we're making a better quality product.
Right, absolutely.
Mass producing.
Yes, of course. And this is where all these wonderful artisan cheeses come in. And then that's what people want. They don't, I think more nowadays, especially, they want something that, oh, you know, this is a bit special. Only I buy this, and this is, I found this and it tastes amazing. And, you know, so, I mean, just keep on doing what you're doing. So, of course, the next most important question is, where can people buy it? Where can people get their hands on it and buy the cheese?
Well, you can buy most of it through the website, or direct from us. We're in a sort of an area of Northampton that doesn't have a lot of walking footfall, but we do a lot of markets and food fairs. You know, which people can find on the social media. This weekend we're at the Love Cheese up at Stafford.
Of course, been there myself. That's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, first time, you know, there. So we're looking forward to that. And first time we've entered the cheese into their International Cheese and Dairy Awards. So it'll be interesting to see how they get on.
Oh, I will. Yeah, cool. Yeah, absolutely. Have you been there before?
I haven't, no.
You have. It's brilliant, isn't it? It's a big one. And all these cheeses lined up. Wow, they look amazing. I'll be looking out for you and seeing, you know, please, I'm sure I'll be rooting for you, this weekend. So will you both go to that? Is it all hands on deck?
Yeah, no, just me and my partner Rachel. We're gonna get sorted soon, get everything ready, load up the trailer, and trundle up tomorrow morning.
Absolutely, yeah. It's not too far from you, and you know, it's a couple of days up there, isn't it? Saturday and Sunday. Find you up there. So will you be selling? Are you selling the cheeses there as well as entering?
Because obviously they have the cheese board awards as well. We can take the salamis, the preserves, and the cheese. So we can take a bit of a mixture of everything. So
fantastic. Oh yeah. So yeah, of course you've got that side of it as well. Let's not forget, which is a big part of what you do. So yes,
they all work together. You know, I mean, because it's not a massive amount of cheese like the big producers, but you know, we're quite unique that we think it's not a very big unit that we've got here, that it's the only unit like it in the country that makes all three products in the one unit. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely amazing. Yeah, I mean,
not sure whether it was a good thought or just a sort of brain meltdown. Like, yeah, let's do this.
Brainstorm.
You came up with the idea, and it's clearly working. And you know, it's still quite early days on for the cheese, and it sounds like you're just going to go from strength to strength. Concentrate on the cheeses you've got, which I'm sure are absolutely delicious. You know,
I think also a key thing is, and not just because it's you guys that we're talking to, I mean, the ingredients that we use count for a lot as well. You know, obviously we use your coatings on the cheese, and actually they work better than ones we tried in the beginning. So and that's a big, for us, a big important factor as well.
Okay. Trial and error, isn't it? And finding what it
is. And also, and it goes with the things with the cultures as well, because you actually can buy them in a nice quantity without actually having to buy too much at a very expensive cost, and finding then it doesn't work. So, you know, the quantities that we can buy in from you guys as well really work for us.
And also find you've got the best selection of moulds as well.
Oh, fantastic.
So we get all our moulds from you as well.
Oh, I'm pleased to hear. We do keep a very large range, and we are all about, if you want one culture of something, we even do the single shot. We're all about one person making cheese at home, a hobbyist, to huge, you know, that's what we want to serve you guys. That, you know, you don't want to buy everything on a large scale, and you want to get your hands on one culture quickly, and you don't want to have to order. You've got to think of your stock and your stock rotation, haven't you?
Yes.
Oh, that's really I'm pleased to hear that it's a two-way street. And again, if you wanted something really weird and unusual as a one-off, Ben will bend over backwards to get it, and he'll be there, you know, weekends. That's what we're here to keep you going, you know, keep the industry going. It's nice to get that feedback. It's really appreciate that. Well, look, I know you're really busy. You've got a massive weekend. This is a big weekend. I hope the weather's not too hot up there, but you've got this heat wave. It's always, yeah. We went the year when it was post-COVID, and it was later in the year, in the October. So people gearing up for like Christmas and that, but height of the summer, it's going to be hot. It's going to be busy. I've been rooting for you guys, fingers crossed. Hope you do really well. Keep us posted on everything, and we'll continue to follow you on social media. Anyone can see you on your Instagram, and goes to the website, which leads to Friar's Farm Shop, doesn't it? Once you click on the
we thought that it would be best, rather than having 3 separate shops, we just link them all up so people can actually buy everything in one go. So sort of one-stop shop, rather than having to go to each one and buy it separately and pay different packaging costs. So, you know, because sometimes people only want to buy one piece of cheese or one jar, so they can actually add it and bundle it all together.
Oh, it's brilliant. No, that's a brilliant idea. That works so well, doesn't it? It's been fantastic chatting to you guys. Fingers crossed for the weekend. You might have to take the Monday off to recover, because it's a busy one. Lovely to I know, I can imagine, but we'll keep an eye on all your socials, etc. And you know, you keep us posted. Anything new comes up, then just keep us posted on it. But fantastic to meet you. We had the technical glitch in the beginning, but we got there. So yeah, nice to catch. Thanks very much, both of you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.